Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pony and Wolf Productions video. My name is visualbrony and today we are reading the story Dash vs. Dog by puppyrot. So, without further ado, let's get into this, but before we do that, let me remind you that if that button below this video is still red, please consider subscribing to the channel today and pressing that little bell icon next to it to be notified when we upload new videos. Okay. Off into the story. The dog wins. I just don't get it. Applejack had fussed one night over supper, pushing an empty bowl of stew aside to stare inquisitively at her mare friend. How come you don't like my dog, Dash? I figured y'all would get on like peaches.
What? I like your dog.
Rainbow spluttered, pieces of food falling from her mouth. You like my food? Applejack countered, pointing to Rainbow's third helping. And so does Viola. You don't gotta glare at her. My dog ain't a bagger. She's trained otherwise and been trained for years. You're looking at her like she's old Yeller. Rainbow looked backwards at where Viola sat. Big puppy dog eyes looked back.
I wasn't glaring. I just don't like having animals stare at me while I eat. It creeps me out.
Well, that's plain silly.
It's true. She makes me want to give her grub. The food that's mine. I shouldn't have to feel bad just because she can't go outside or lie down or something while I eat.
Applejack raised a brow, nearly smiling at Dash's words. You saying you feel guilty? Rainbow shrugged, shoving another spoonful of stew in her muzzle.
Yeah, I guess.
So you like my dog then?
I never said there was anything wrong with your dog, Applejack.
Rainbow replied, clearly exasperated. That's the thing, though. You don't dislike her, but can't seem to claim you like her either. I get the impression you aren't too fond of dogs.
Rainbow
sighed and scratched the back of her mane.
Dogs aren't really my speed. They're cutesy and cuddly, and they like jumping on everything. I like a pet like Tank, cause he's really reserved.
Rainbow pushed her finished bowl to the center of the table.
I think Viona's a great dog and all. I'm just not a big fan of the begging and barking and stuff. And I like playing with her sometimes, just not all the time. I don't need to get a slobbery ball dropped off in my lap if I can help it. It's like you said, I'm not a dog person.
Not a dog person, huh? Applejack sighed. She toyed with the rim of her hat for a moment, wondering what she could say to reason with her mare friend. I got that you can get pretty particular, Dash. I reckon I can't change that, and I can't be mad about it either. But I'd like to try something anyhow, just to see if you can warm up to Viola a bit. Here, let's clear our plates and go sit in the shade. We can talk over a good cuddle session, how's that sound?
Oh, sure thing.
Rainbow replied with barely concealed interest. She shot out of her seat and cleaned her bowl quickly. Applejack chuckled to herself. Dash wouldn't say so, but she was a big sucker for cuddles. Not unlike a certain dog. Applejack mused, letting out a shrill whistle just as she and Rainbow began to head out the back door. Here, girl! Viola followed happily, tongue lolling and tail wagging. Rainbow had the reverse effect. Slumping in the air as Viola joined the two ponies on their walk towards the routine snuggle spot. A large apple tree provided ample shade with a thick trunk that made for a nice resting place. Rainbow Dash even had a pillow stashed in the branches of the tree, which she placed at its base with satisfaction. Applejack settled down first, with Rainbow pressing into her side and wrapping her hoofs around the farm's pony's torso. And then came Viola. Viola loved snuggling and cuddling and snoozing. The dog promptly shoved her muzzle between the two mares and wriggled between them in an effort to get cozy. Rainbow Dash squirmed away from Viola, grunting as she tried pushing the pooch from her resting spot.
Hey, I was here first, get off!
Oh, come on, Dash, can't blame her for wanting the same thing you want. Applejack pointed out, stroking Viola's head. Rainbow Dash shifted to be in front of Applejack.
But I'm your mare friend, and she's...
Applejack gave Rainbow a look. My dog?
Yeah, well, I just don't like her interrupting us.
Applejack pursed her lip.
Sure, though I can't think of many ponies who don't think a dog makes cuddling better. And 'cause we're outside, it ain't like she's shedding on furniture around, son. We apples tend to be pretty strict with Winona. I'd say she deserves a little something like this.
Rainbow Dash's gaze softened as she looked at Winona.
I guess.
Applejack gestured to the right with her muzzle.
Why don't you join us, Shag? I reckon it'll be nice.
Rainbow reluctantly went back to Applejack's side, eyes widening when Winona shimmied closer to the Pegasus. It was undeniably cute.
Heh. Okay. Hi, girl.
Rainbow said nervously, wrapping a hoof around the dog. Applejack smiled and put her hoof against Rainbow's. Winona happily sandwiched in between.
Would you look at that? I knew you'd soften up in no time.
I'm not.
Rainbow didn't even try to fight the smile that manifested when Winona nuzzled her head closer to her.
Softening. This is kinda nice, though.
Ha! I knew it. You and Winona got more in common than you'd think.
Applejack careened her head over to press a peck against Winona's head, then Rainbow's cheek. Rainbow rolled her eyes.
Besides liking you, what exactly would that be?
You're both loyal as can be. You're athletic, never give up, you love your food, and you're always full of energy. Oh, and when you want attention, you come barreling into me.
Applejack answered with ease. Rainbow grinned sheepishly.
You got me there. I guess I never thought about it like that.
That's what sensible ponies like me are for.
Applejack pulled Rainbow closer with a snicker.
But me and Winona still love you plenty, even when you've been a darn goof.
Rainbow smiled despite Applejack's teasing.
Yeah. Love you too.
Hello and welcome back to Common Time on Social Pony, where I remind you that you can support Pony and Wolf Productions with the links down in the description below. Every dollar helps is needed and very much appreciated and helps to keep the lights on around here. And without electricity I cannot record these stories because my computer does not run without electricity. It is not a potato computer. So I'm working on that. So let's get into that. Let's get into the story. I mean, not into the potato computer because that would be just plain silly, wouldn't it? Okay, so what do I have to say about this? There isn't actually much to say. Here's the thing, I am not really a dog person either, as my fiance can attest to. But that's not because I don't like dogs. There are dogs, or were dogs, they are no longer, they died of old age, most of them. There were dogs that I did like. The problem is, me warming up to a dog, that is not easy, because I was bitten several times when I was a kid, so there is a deep fear ingrained in me of that pain, of that dog bite. I know that technically I'm way bigger than the dog, and if I wanted to, I could, defend myself, but I'm afraid. And so getting close to the dog for me is a problem. And the dog senses my fear and my unease, and so the dog will react accordingly. Meaning that, me getting close to a dog that I don't know is a real issue. Especially if the owner uses the phrase, "Oh, don't worry, he doesn't bite, he just wants to play." Because that is exactly what 3 or 4 dog owners said to me before I was bitten as a kid. Sincerely yours, Visual Pony, and let me know if you were ever bitten by a dog.